the door opens again, and he walks by. He closes the door and keeps walking. Walks right by me. What the fuck's going on? Walks over to the car door, opens the car door, leans in. Stands up. He's holding a fucking AR-15.
What's up, everybody? I'm Blessed and Free. Welcome back to another episode of DOC TV. So we're back with another episode. It's me and Matt Cox, the crazy-ass con man, back on the channel again. Listen, last time he was on the channel, we kind of talked about your dating life and shit that's been going on with you. And we talk off camera, and man, this dude called me with a crazy story. So why don't you tell the people a little bit about what happened when you decided to go see if a girl was home?
Okay, so I met this chick. Oh God, you know what? I ought to send you the picture.
Oh my God.
Oh, can you do that?
Yeah. Send it to me.
Oh, bro, she's
in
fucking...
editing. I'll put it up so you guys can see. Put a face with the
She's
with the crazy story. God, bro.
That's like that. All right, so
okay.
Right?
Yeah,
huh?
yeah.
Right? Like that? What? No, you're not. Wait. Okay. It looks like what?
Looks like my ex. Yeah.
Nice, right?
Yeah, we're not gonna shine any light on that though.
Nah, well, look at this one. Look at this one. This is her with the mohawk.
Oh yeah, let's see. You're.
Oh, bro, I like that. So anyway, so look.
All right. So how'd you meet her?
So you got to put it up. You got to put like the thing up. Like,
Yeah. I'm gonna put her picture up so they can see her.
Good. So what happened is, okay, so I have a friend named Vesser, right? I was in prison with. So I went on, I'm going to cut to the chase because I don't want to go an hour, which is why I did it on my channel. It was like an hour and 20 minutes.
Damn.
But then I was with this guy who's not my co-host, is another guy, and he just interrupted. Like it was just it just dragged it out. So the point is.
Fucking Juan, huh?
Fucking Juan. So what ended up happening is, I end up meeting this girl through my buddy Vesser.
Okay.
So I contact him and I'm like, look, I like this chick. And I remember he's like, nah, bro, like she's not your, like, you're not. So Jesus Christ, this isn't happening. Man. Listen, listen.
Just tell the story.
Yeah, it's my fault. So I'm sorry.
Why do you keep interrupting?
So what happened is this. I meet her through Vesser, and Vesser tells me, like, this is not the chick for you. I'm like, no. I that's the kind of chick I like. Like, she's got tattoos. She's fucking. He's, yeah, bro. I don't know. I don't think you're. And I said, I don't even think she's dating right now. Like, she's going through something. I go, what's wrong? What do you mean she's didn't date? I said, I noticed on Facebook she's a widow. Is it because of her husband? He goes, no. She's going through some shit. So I go, bro, call her up. Tell her I want to fucking meet her. I end up.
Crazy ass man.
I talk to this shit. So I end up getting him to hook me up with her.
Right.
So I send her, hey, what's up? I want to take you to dinner. Where do you want to eat? She's like, okay. Well, so we end up going to Outback.
Okay.
She shows up. Listen, as soon as she walks in, I'm like, damn. She looks like, listen, not only that, I didn't even realize, like, fake tits, fucking waist this big, bone thin, like heroin chic thin. Like I love the way she looks.
Like,
I end up meeting her at Outback. We sit down, and as soon as we sit down, she starts talking. Like she's like, okay, I don't know what you want, like, to know. She said, so I was, and she starts. It's like, I was born here, and I have a couple, sister and brother, and this and that, and so, like, I don't know exactly the specifics, but she starts talking. Met my husband at this point, and then this, and I got pregnant right away, and then this happened, and then we had 3 kids, and so then, and all of a sudden, and she's like, it's not like, it's weird. Does that make sense? It's weird. Like that. This is a weird fucking date. And I looked at her and I go, her name is Alyssa. I go, Alyssa? She goes, yeah. I go, what's happening? What's going on? She goes, I'm just telling my story. She goes, I don't know. She's, I thought, I don't know. I guess you want to ask questions. And I went, what do you think this is? Because think about it. I've interviewed tons of people for like, I write books. I don't know if people know this. I write books. I write synopses. Like, I've written a bunch of stories. I've written like 7 different books. So I know I've interviewed people. Right. And this is an interview. So I was like, so she's doing an interview, and I'm looking at her. Right. Man. And I look at her. I said, what do you think this is? And she goes, like, what did Vesser tell you? And she goes, Vesser told me, and keep in mind, by now we've ordered food. And what did Vesser tell you? And she goes, Vesser told me that, you write books and you wanted to meet with me. And she goes, I looked online. I saw you've written a bunch of books, so I figured you wanted to meet with me about my story. And I went, she goes, what do you think this is? I go, this is a date. She goes, oh no. She goes, I don't date. I go,
damn.
I said, is it because your husband died? Like, I know your husband died like around 6 or 8 months ago or so. I go, is that it? And she goes, oh wow. She's Matt Vesser didn't tell you anything. I go, no. She goes, I don't date because I have cancer. And I went, and now I immediately realized, like, oh, she's not like thin on purpose. She's got cancer. She's sick.
Yeah.
And so I went, oh, okay. I said, I'm sorry. She goes, no, it's okay. She said, she named the cancer. I can't remember that. She goes, it's a slow such and such cancer. I go, are you doing chemo? She goes, well, you can do chemo and it might give you an extra year, but it won't beat my cancer because there's no way to stop it. It's whatever the name of the cancer is. Like, she knows all this shit, right? I don't know any of it. She's like, basically people that have this cancer, she goes, they can go about 4 to 5 years, and you might get another year if you do chemo, but you have to do it the whole time. She goes, and I would be sick the whole time. And she said, I don't want to be sick. She said, I mean, so she goes, it was 2 years ago I was diagnosed. I've got maybe another 2 years. And I went, okay. I said, so tell me your story. And she goes, I'm sorry. I said, no, it's okay. I said, tell me your story. I want to hear your story. You know, because I could tell, because she told me, she's like, I don't date. I never leave the house. I do nothing but really take care of my kids. I have 3 kids. My daughter moved out. Like, I just take care of, I drive my kids around. I feed them.
But you could tell she had a story.
No, I could tell she wanted to talk.
Right. Well, yeah.
You know,
that
like,
part.
let's face it. I mean, you could have an amazing story, but I write true crime. Like, if you have a romance, well, I don't know how to write a romance. So I don't know. So, but I could tell she wanted to talk. And look, you saw her. She's gorgeous. Cancer or not, I mean, I'm happy to be sitting at a table with a beautiful woman, right? So, you know, so talk. Tell me what your story is. So we start talking. She tells me her story, and turns out that her husband died. They had already been separated for like a year or so. She was dating someone else. He ends up so her husband ends up driving his car. He's hooked on meth. He ends up. Well, he had some medical issues, and he was basically self-medicating. He didn't even know what was wrong with him. He had early onset of dementia. So because of the issues,
and on meth.
Well, because he's on meth because he's self-medicating. Right. He doesn't know what's wrong with him, but something's wrong. So he's trying. You know, it's like you're in pain, so you start drinking all the time. You're like, why? Well, I'm in pain. You know, oh, he's a drunk. Well, he's a
coping mechanism,
right?
Yeah.
So he ends up killing himself. But they're separated, and she was dating this guy that she said was mentally abusive and just was always talking down to her, and she was just a complete jerk. And she said, then he wouldn't leave me alone when we broke up. She goes, I had to get a restraining order against him. And I'm like, wow, you've been through it. And she's like, yeah. She said, so it's been like 6 months, and I really don't leave the house. Like, I barely leave. And I met with you because I thought maybe you wanted to, I don't know. I didn't know what this was. She goes, I thought maybe you wanted to write my story. I said, I'm sorry, I don't really write stories. I said, maybe I will. Maybe I don't know. I said, I don't know. I said, you ought to think about writing it, and I don't mind helping you write it. And she was like, yeah, I ought to. So we talk a little bit, and then she goes, well, I looked up a bunch of stuff on you online. She goes, I mean, so you were in prison, you know. So we start talking, and I tell her a little bit of my story, and then by the end of dinner, you know, we've been laughing and joking, and I tell my story, and it's funny, and she's a great listener, and we're good. And so we get the check, and I pay, and she goes, hey, I have a question for you. And I said, well, yeah. She goes, I'm having a lot of fun. She goes, would you go take me somewhere? And I went, absolutely. Where do you want to go? Of course I'm going to take her. I remember we were walking into the bar, and I go, this is a little bit rougher of a place than I'm used to. And she goes, well, you're with me. You're going to be okay. And I was like,
you're awesome. So pitiful, bro.
It's so sad, right?
So sad.
We go in, and I can tell she knows everybody there, but they're all like, wow, I haven't seen you in so long. Oh my God, I haven't seen you in a year. I haven't seen you at least 6 or 8 months last year. And so she's hugging everybody, and everybody knows her, and she's just, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this is a good chick. We play pool. She beats my ass 3 games in a fucking row. She's like, and matter of fact, at one point, I noticed she misses like 3 easy shots. And I go, whoa. I go, what are you doing? She goes, what? And I went, no, you should have made that. See, those other 2, questionable, but after watching you beat my ass for 2 games in a row, like, you should have made that. And She goes, I just don't want to take your man card. And I go, no. I said, you beat me.
Fucking Matt,
beat me. I
bro.
said, I don't give a shit. If I fucking lose, I lose.
I'm going to go teach you how to play pool after this
I don't
interview.
even know how to play pool.
Yeah, you do, obviously.
No, I mean, that's not going to pay my bills. So and it's not going to get me laid. So what happens is she beats me 3 games in a row. We sit down, we talk, we're having fun. She has a couple of drinks, like we're having a good time. And then she's like, look, it's almost 12 o'clock. You have an hour and a half drive. And to go home, and she's like, I'm not going to make you leave. I said, yeah, absolutely. I said, you're right. I said, okay, well, we walk outside. I said, look, I said, Alyssa, I said, it was great meeting you. Like, you're an awesome chick, and I'm really glad I had a lot of fun, and I'm glad I came. And she's like, you're not sorry you came? I said, absolutely not. Thrilled that I came. Glad I met you. And she goes, can I tell you something? And I go, what? And she goes, I really wish this had been a date. And I just went, like, oh, my heart fucking melted, bro. I go,
you are so soft, bro.
I don't give a fuck.
You're
so
like...
I said, you know, I go, it is a date. I told you it's a date. And she went, you know, she kind of looked at me.
So you knew it was like, all right.
At this point, I'm like, this chick's awesome. So I said, it is a date. I said, and look, I said, I'm a big believer in you always kiss them on the first date. Even if they say no, even if they are like, no, I'm not interested. Great. Boom. Guess what? We're done. Like, I always go in for the kiss.
It goes straight to that?
Oh, fuck, we're not friends. I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to fucking find out if this is a relationship. And if you go the first date and you don't make out with them or kiss them or something, you're in the friend zone. Fuck that. I got enough friends. I'm all stocked up with friends. So I told her.
Tell him, Matt Cox.
Well, I told her. I said, look, man. I said, look, Alyssa. I said, typically I kiss a chick on the first date. And she just kind of grinned at me. Said, but I'm not going to do that. I said, look. Here's what we're going to do. I said,
what?
I'm going to call you tomorrow. I said, we're going to go out on another date. And she goes, Matt, I appreciate that. She said, but you know how this ends. And I said, I don't really know how it ends. No. I said, and she goes, I'm going to die. She goes, I'm in the end. She goes, I die.
Damn. See, she went straight to that.
Well, I mean, she's going to die. So she goes, I'm going to die. She said, in the end, no matter how good things get, she goes, I'm going to die. And I said, yeah, but I could die on my way home. You could die of a brain embolism tomorrow. I said,
facts.
Anybody could die at any time. I said, nobody knows how long we have. I said, so I say we go on a few dates. We'll see what happens. And she goes, okay. Yeah. She goes, I really like you. This was good. She goes, okay. Give a big hug, get in my car, texts me the whole way home. We're on the phone till like 2 o'clock in the morning. Till I got home at 1:30. We were until probably about 3 o'clock. We talked for like an hour and a half on the phone. Oh. So we talk. We talk the next day. Like, she's on the phone. I mean, she's like, listen, this is great. When can we go out again? And I say, we can go out at this time, right? So we go out. We schedule a time. We're going to meet in between each other. It's a 45-minute drive for both of us. We're going to go to Ford's Garage. It's a restaurant for those of you that are not in Florida. and we're going to meet at this garage. It's great. So the day that comes, and boom, she ghosts me.
Nothing.
I send her a text that says, listen, I don't know what happened. I said, honestly, I feel like maybe you just ghosted me. And I said, if that's the case, like, I get that. That's fine. You're scared and you're freaked out. And I understand, because that was a big thing for her. She was like, look, I'm really, really just terrified about just being with you and seeing you. And I'm terrified that, like, I don't want to hurt you, and I don't want this to happen. I don't want that to happen. And she was, super sweet. So I said, okay, I get that. Like, if that's the issue, that's fine. But I personally think I deserve more than to be ghosted. And I said, I do feel like I deserve more than that. And I said, but given the situation, I want you to know that I said, I genuinely feel like I want the best for you. Like, given your situation, I hope you have the best result possible. I said, and to be honest with you, I'm not mad. I'm really just sad at the fact that, I'm just sad because I wish we'd gotten to know each other.
Yeah, you wanted it to work.
Right. And I sent that to her. So I hear nothing. I don't hear anything from her. A week goes by. And then I get this text from her.
It has nothing to do with not being interested. It has to do with being scared and feeling things I'm not sure I'm ready for. and being terrified to move forward BC for some fucked up reason I don't feel like I should be able to. It has to do with feeling guilty for still being the one living for some reason. I owe you an apology for ghosting. It is so unbelievably out of character for me, but I'm not myself anymore to say the least. The last thing I wish to do is hurt you or anyone, and I'm scared that in my current situation, hurting people I care about is inevitable. So I'm scared to care, in a way.
We start texting back and forth for like an hour, and then I said, hey, just give me a call. So she calls me. She goes, I'm so sorry. And I said, it's okay. It's okay. Look, it's okay. It's not a big deal. Okay, no problem. I said, let's go out again. And she was like, she said, I do want to go out. She said, the reason really what made her call me is that she had talked to her daughter, and her daughter was like, Mom, you deserve to be happy. And this guy, you like this guy, and he's funny, and he makes you laugh, and you keep talking about him, and like he's a good guy.
Right.
Like, and if he knows that he knows you've got cancer, and he's willing to put up with that and deal with it, then you need to let him deal with it and just be happy. And so I'm talking to her, and I remember she said, my fear, Matt, is that you and I. She's like, I can tell this is going to work. And I went, well, you don't know that. I said, we might hate each other. She said, first of all, she said, I already like you. I already know I like you. We've been talking forever. I've watched your stuff on YouTube. I already like you. Like, I know it. I go, okay, I can see that.
You're in there.
And she said, and I said, yeah, but for all we know, we go on a couple dates. I said, maybe I don't like you. And she goes, oh, stop. She goes, look, 2 dates from now and you're in love with me. She goes, I'm amazing. And so, I mean, I just started laughing. I said, bro, I said, you are amazing. And she goes, I'm right. She's like, I'm amazing. I mean, I really am. I said, you really are.
You really are.
She's so cute. She's just adorable. And so we're talking, and she says, you're going to be okay with this. And I went, yeah. I said, stop being fucking worried about it. And she goes, my fear, Matt, is this, that we go the next 2 years, and it's amazing. And then I deteriorate, and then you watch me die. She goes, and you end up having to spend. She starts crying, bro. She's like crying. She's like, you end up spending the rest of your life getting over this. And I said, if I spend the rest of my life having to get over you, I said, then it was worth it. I said, stop fucking worrying about me. I said, now where do you want to go to eat?
My motherfucking man.
Bro, I'm fucking all in, bro. Listen, let me tell you something.
All in.
I'm not going in the bank and stealing and slipping him a fucking note and getting $3,500. If I'm going in the fucking bank, I'm zip tying every motherfucker in there. I'm going into the vault and I'm leaving with the contents. And if the cops are waiting for me in the parking lot, then I'll deal with it.
Deal with it.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
I see what you're saying.
I'm all in.
I love it.
So I'm ready. I'm like, okay, cool. Let's do this. And she said, it ended up I couldn't go on the date. She was like, oh, Friday night, and I was like, fuck, I can't, because I had a flight. I was going to Oklahoma, coming back. I was going to be back in time. I said, I can't. So I said, what about Saturday? She goes, what Saturday? She goes, when Saturday? I said, the whole fucking day. I said, what is on? She goes, what do you want to do? I said, what's on your bucket list? I go, let's start fucking checking shit off.
Hey.
I mean, so she says, okay. She said, chalupas. And I went, what? She goes, I stayed for a week in Clearwater Beach, and I ate chalupas at this place every day, and they were amazing, and it's still open. And I've been thinking about those chalupas for the last 2 years. I said, well, fucking, we're going to eat some chalupas.
Yeah, facts.
I said, let's go eat chalupas. I said, then we can go to Dolly Museum. She goes, oh my God, I love Dolly. I haven't been there in like 10 years. Oh, I said, absolutely. I said, look, we can go do that. I said, we can, whatever you want to do, we'll do it. So what happens is, so we're supposed to go out again, right? We're talking. She and I are talking. It's great. She's telling me it's amazing, and I can. This is going to be great. And I say, okay, great, ready to go. Text her. I said, hey, look, I'm going to be leaving soon. Let me know when you leave. Nothing. Next, nothing. 20 minutes later, look, I got to go soon. Call her. Nothing.
Oh man, poor Matt.
Yeah. Ghosted again.
Damn.
So, okay, that's cool. Whatever. That's fine. So I've sent her a fucking thing. Said, wow, I guess it looks like you changed your mind. Whatever. Boom. We're done. Okay, we're good. So that's it. Good luck with your fucking life, right? Kick rocks.
Right.
Like, but I'm nice to her. I'm nice about it.
I know you are.
Sent her a very nice thing saying, hey, boom. So that's fine. So about 4 or 5 days go by, maybe a week. And I'm talking to my ex-wife. Talk to my ex-wife all the time. My ex-wife has great intuition.
No, she doesn't.
Typically.
Okay.
Let me put it this way. When I got busted,
Typically.
When I got busted, she was the one that said, don't talk to those people anymore. We're done with them. And I was like, Jesus Christ. Like, these are like our good friends. They got busted. She said, cut them off. I was like, why? She goes, they're going to wear a watch. She goes, I'm telling you right now, they're going to set you up. I go, are you fucking crazy?
She was right.
She was right, though. They did set me up. When I was doing the synthetic identity thing, she was like, listen, you're fucking up. You should be doing this and this. Everything she said that was wrong, absolutely right. If I listened to this chick, I'd fucking be a multimillionaire free to this day and wouldn't have spent one day in prison. But not what happened. So what ends up happening is she tells me, okay, so you're dating this girl. I said, yeah, I went on a date with this girl. She's nice. She's this, she's that. What about this one? I said, she said this, she said that. It pissed me off. I don't like her. I'm mad at her. And okay, I'm telling her all the catastrophes. And I end up getting, she goes, what about Alyssa, the girl with the cancer? I told you she ghosted me. And she goes, yeah, but she's read me her text again. So I read her one of her texts. Same thing. I'm scared. I'm afraid. I don't want to get close to anybody. I'm afraid that when things go, I don't want things to go bad and you to, like one time she says, things go bad and you fucking bolt. I said, I wouldn't do that. I'm not going to do that.
Right.
So she goes, she's scared. She doesn't realize your commitment, your level of commitment. And I said, well, okay, well, there's nothing I can do. She goes, yeah, it is. She goes, you know where she lives? And I went, well, I can find out. And she goes, great. Find out where she is. Where she lives, go there, tell her, hey, what's going on? I haven't heard from you. You ghosted me. I go, that's stalking. And she goes, it's not stalking. She's never once told you one time not to see her, that she doesn't want to see you. She's done nothing but say you did want to see you. She goes, if you show up and she says, Matt, it's inappropriate for you to be here. You need to leave. She said, leave. I said, okay. Fucking Kayla, I'm going to listen to you.
It sounds good.
Yeah, it was a mistake, but I did. So I got in my car, and I look it up. I get in my car. I drive. I'm almost there, and she calls me up, and she goes, you almost there? I said, yeah. She goes, turn around, go to Publix. What? She goes, go get flowers. You have to show up with flowers. You have to. And she goes, look, it's a romantic gesture. You show it with flowers. Do it. I'm telling you. I was like, fuck. Turn around, go to Publix, spend $20 some odd for a dozen roses. Drive back.
Are you
to her
nervous
house.
At this point? Like, what's going to happen when you get there?
I'm not nervous at all.
Okay.
Because, listening to her and having been around her and talking to her and going out someplace where everybody knew her, everything she said was legit.
Right.
She's not out. I'm not concerned that she's not home. I think she's home. It's a Saturday night. She's home with her kids. Or her kids are playing at the relatives. She's there. She's remodeling her house. She's painting. She's just,
You're
believe
optimistic.
everything. Yeah, she's there. I know she's there.
Okay.
So I go and I pull in the front, pull up, and this is in the country too, bro. Like, it's not the country. It's pretty out. It's out there. It's like a subdivision. It's spread out.
Right, like houses on acres.
Yes, yeah, like half acre, quarter of an acre. But that's pretty big. So it's like 100 and some odd feet from the road. It's dark, but I can see lights inside. People are moving. There's movement.
Okay.
So I know somebody's there, but her car's not there. But I thought, you know what? She has a roommate that's blind that she takes care of. She's got 2 kids. And I thought, you know what? Maybe the roommate's there. Maybe the kids are there. I don't know. Her car is not here. I'm going to go and I'm going to, whoever answers the door, I'm going to say, my name's Matt. I understand she's not here. Here's some roses. Tell her I came by and I'll leave. And then if I never hear from her, that's fine. As I walk down there and I walk down the driveway and I'm walking down the sidewalk to the front door. All of a sudden her car whips in over the lawn. Like not well, yeah, it's the country, bro. You can park
like out of nowhere, just whips in.
Like, yeah, well, it's a street. I'm not stalking. I'm not looking around or anything. I see the car. Suddenly, there's somebody's driving, and all of a sudden, boom, they turn in. Whoa.
Yeah. You're like, what the fuck?
Right up to close to me, about 10 feet away, and they stop. But it's her car. So I'm holding the fucking flowers, and I said, hey, what's up? And suddenly the door pops open. And a guy who's 6'4" steps out and stands up. And I remember he looked like Slender Man. He was so skinny. And I was like, holy shit. He stands up. He's got a hunter hat on. He's got like a wife beater on, torn blue jeans, boots. Because you're not tall enough, you need 2-inch boots. So
yeah,
6'6".
Right?
I'm 5'5". You're 6'6" with your fucking boots on. And I looked and I was like, fuck, this ain't good. The back door pops open. 2 fucking teenager kids jump out and bolt right in the front. So I'm thinking he told them to bolt to get in the fucking house because something's going to go down. And he goes, what's that? He said, you here for somebody? I said, yeah, I'm here for Alyssa. I think I threw some bass in my. I was like, yeah, I'm here for Alyssa. Yeah, threw some bass in my voice.
You're so big and bad.
I'm still standing there like, wearing skinny jeans and a fucking tight T-shirt looking like a homosexual, holding a fucking dozen roses. So, so I'm not coming off
you
looking.
You said it, bro, not me.
I mean, I'm it's bad. So he said, well, I'll go get her. He walks off, and I follow him. I stop about 10 feet from the front door because by that time he opened the door and closed it. But when he opened it, I could see her in the kitchen. But she can't see me. It's dark out.
Yeah.
So I know I'm silhouette, right? And he walks in and I can see her glance. Then he opens the door again, looks at it, he goes, bro, what's your name? I go, my name's Matt. She knows who I am.
Yeah.
And he goes, all right, closes the door. And then all of a sudden the door opens again and he closes the door and keeps walking, walks right by me. What the fuck's going on? Walks over to the car door, opens the car door, leans in. I'm thinking, what's happening? Stands up, he's holding a fucking AR-15, right? So it's not everybody corrects me. It's not an assault rifle. It's a fucking AR-15.
It's a fucking big boy gun.
It's a gun. It's a gun. So he's holding this gun.
What the
And I'm
fuck?
like, what the hell? And you know what's so funny? When I say AR-15, I always thought I'm saying AR-15, but I don't really know it's an AR-15 because I don't know much about guns, except that the guy contacted me and he told me it's an AR-15. So I was right. So for not knowing guns, I know guns.
You're making progress.
I'm doing all right.
Yeah.
So he walks right by me with the gun, and when he walks by me, I go, well, that ain't good. Like that. And I'm thinking he's going to laugh or smile or something.
Yeah.
Nothing. Just keep walks in, opens the door again.
Stone cold.
She's now standing way closer to the door. Opens the door again, closes the door, talks to her for a second. She's in there, whatever. 10 seconds, 15 seconds. Then he opens the door, turns around. He's holding the fucking AR-15 like this, right? Like he's got it by the grip and he's got the fucking muzzle. And he turns around and she's standing behind him, like peeking out behind him, like, what the fuck? And he goes, yo, Bubba, you got to go. And I go, and I looked at him and I went, excuse me? Like I didn't understand what he said. Like I thought, what? I go, excuse me? And he goes, you got to go, Bubba. You got to go. And I went, oh, whoa,
Bubba.
whoa. Hey, bro. I said, I didn't know it was that serious. My bad. I got you. We're good. And I start backing up. And as I'm walking backwards, he's walking towards me. I turn to her car and I go, I'm leaving these on the hood. Boom. I said, those are for her. I bought them for her. I don't want them. And he goes, yeah. He said, I got you, bro. And I start walking. And as I walk, he goes, yo, Bubba. I said, yeah, what's up? He said, how'd you know her address? And I said, I knew her name. I said, so it was on the internet. And he goes, was it? And I go, it is if you look hard enough. And
You're a savage, bro.
And he looked at me and he goes, all right. I said, all right. So I start walking up. And then as I'm walking up and now I'm like 30 or 40 feet away. I'm really walking. Right. He goes, yo, bro. I go, yeah, man, what's up? And he says, man, I'm sorry you're having a bad night. I said, nah, you know what? Listen, man. I said, honestly, I thought I'd make a romantic gesture. I said, I misread the signals. And I said, and that's on me. And
you're such a good guy, bro.
I said, no problem, bro. I said, it's not a, I said, nobody. He goes, no. He said, you know what, bro? He said, I've been there and I hear you.
Yeah.
He said, and I'm just sorry that you're having a bad night. I said, no problem, man. Turn around, walk up the thing, get in my car, call my ex-wife.
Hell yeah.
Driving down the street, put my ex-wife. She's on speaker with her sister, my sister-in-law, who hates my guts. My ex-sister-in-law, who hates my guts. And she goes, hey, well, my God, what happened? Is she not there? I go, no, she was there. I said, I said, her ex-boyfriend or boyfriend just pulled an AR-15 on me and told me to leave. She goes, oh my God, you went to the front door?
What?
I said,
she
yeah,
told you to go there.
You told me you knew that. And she goes, I didn't think you'd go. Like, I figured you'd puss out. I didn't know. I mean,
oh
what the
my
fuck?
God.
She starts laughing and she goes, oh my God, what happened? So I tell her what happened. And she's like, that's crazy. She's like, why didn't you look to see if there was anybody there? I said, nobody was there. The car wasn't there. I told you he fucking ambushed me. He's waiting in the bush. So, yeah, so I'm like, I didn't know. And so, anyway, what ends up happening is...
Bro, you got some bad luck, bro.
Right?
Like, what is going on in your life, man?
It's fucking... Oh, listen, you know the tragedy of my other fucking relationship. Like, the one main relationship that I thought was solid is fucking makes this look like a joke.
Bro, this guy's got so many crazy stories, bro.
What's funny is...
And they're still continuing. You're still getting more as we go.
Well, the guy's name is Chris, by the way. The guy, remember,
with the
guy
AR?
is the guy with the AR is the ex-boyfriend that she has a restraining order against. Because
that's nice.
I called my buddy Vesser and I said, bro, this is what happened. And Vesser goes, when I start explaining, he goes, oh shit, that's Chris. He goes, he shouldn't even be over there. She's got a restraining order on him. And he goes, oh my God, what did he look like again? So he sends me a picture of him. And he goes, is that him? I go, that's the guy. And she goes, wow. He goes, yeah, that's Chris. And it is Chris. I know it's him because he contacted me on my channel in the comment section.
Right.
He contacted me.
I remember you telling me that, yeah.
So,
well, the people don't know that are watching now. So you actually went and made an episode on your YouTube channel.
Yeah, it was like an hour and a half long. I mean, it was like an hour and 20-minute long because Juan kept talking and dragging it out. It was like, fuck.
But didn't they find out about the video that you did on your channel?
Oh, yeah. I sent it to Vesser. Vesser sent it to Alyssa, and he sent it to Chris. And what's so funny, you know what happened is like a couple of so you would think after I left, right? Like the guy with the AR-15 chases me off. You would think she would have either contacted me the next day to say, Matt, I'm so sorry. No,
Nothing.
And then you would think she would block
Well, she's known to ghost you, so that's not
right.
Shocker.
Well, you would think she would block me on Facebook or something. She didn't. But then when I put out the video, she immediately blocked me on Facebook. Blocked me on the phone, like everything. Like she was like,
damn,
furious. What's funny about that is like Vesser was like, bro, he's like, this is insane. This guy's driving around in the middle of the night with an AR-15
with two
fucking kids in the back.
Yeah,
like,
I told you that when you told me on the phone.
What are you doing? And this is the other thing. Like, you're 6'4".
And
I'm
you need
5'6".
an AR.
You don't need a fucking AR to tell me to leave. You could give me a sideways glance, and I'm gonna be like, "Yo, whoa, my bad. I'm good. I'm out of here."
Yeah, Matt ain't living like that.
I'm not getting into a fight over some girl. Listen, I already got a problem. I'm on supervised release. Like, I can't be having the cops called on me.
No, definitely not.
Right. So
even if you didn't do anything.
Right. Absolutely. So yeah. So that didn't. So anyway, that whole thing didn't work out.
You got a lot more crazy stories.
I've got. Listen,
we're going to have you back on the channel and definitely do updates with you that way.
You know John Boziak, the credit card kid?
Yeah.
He got stabbed by a chick one time. He's got a bunch of fucked
I can't wait to get him on the channel.
He's funny.
Definitely. Well, I appreciate you coming on the channel, man, and sharing some of your fucking life fucked up stories. So if you guys are new and you're tuning in, this is the kind of stuff we talk about on this channel. Crazy stories, prison stories, jail stories. We do it all on this channel. So if you like that type of content, hit that subscribe button and turn your post notifications on. And with that, it's DOC TV, and we're out.